Let's compare mindsets between one guy built to play in this city and one guy who clearly knows he's on his way out. Let's start with the guy who's on his way out, Nick Castellanos. When the game is going good, the fans are a wind at our back, but when the game is not going good, it is wind in our face. Now let's talk about the guy who's built to play here, Bryce Harper. I love playing at the bank. I love our fans. I boo myself when I get out. I'm the same way. I trust in what they do. They show up for us every day, day in and day out. So if we deserve to be booed, we deserve to. They spend their hard-earned dollar to come watch us play. They expect greatness out of us, and I expect greatness out of myself and my teammates as well. If they believe that, I don't know what's going through their head or mindset. We've got some of the best fans in baseball, and they make me play better, so I enjoy it. You know, our fans do take quite a bit of flack, and yeah, it is different. It's difficult to play here. We are a different city. Not everyone is built for it, and honestly, it's not a moral judgment. It's just some people's personalities are different than others. But I did hear this morning, and I like Anthony, I like Mike Sealski. It's not a shot at them, but I heard Mike Sealski say on Gargano's show this morning that there's sensitivity to the Philly fans, that we can maybe dish it out but not take it. And my response to that is LOFNL. All we do is take it. We take shots from the national media every time one of our games is on television. We take every single loss, and we do so without the comfort of the millions of dollars under our pillow every single night. There's no free agency for us. I can't demand a trade. I love these teams, and the players, whether I'm booing them or cheering them, they are simply renting my affection. There's no give and take between fan and athlete, and certainly not some mediocre mercenary like Nick Castellanos. Meanwhile, the guy who's married to us seems to hit the nail on the head every single time, because Bryce Harper could say whatever the hell he wants. Bryce made about $28 million this season, putting him well over $170 million just for the contract he signed here. He signed for 6 more seasons. The whole town loves him. And if he wanted to leave, there'd be 29 teams knocking on the door. He's got no opt-outs. He's got a full no trade. He's completely untouchable. And yet he chooses to say the correct thing every single time. Our play has been unacceptable, and the people spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to be here should certainly be upset with this lackluster display. Super easy. We're simple people, but we're also correct. These are our teams. The players, they're just temporary representatives. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Well, that's good. Welcome to Philadelphia Live in the Xfinity Lounge. My name is Bill Matz. I'm your director of fun and games for the afternoon. My producer today, the esteemed host of the On Fire PHLY Phillies show, it is Tyler Zulli. Tyler, Game 3 tonight. They're out in L.A., It could be the end of the season, or it could be the beginning of an epic comeback. I know we were in our feelings yesterday. How are we doing today, my friend?
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I don't feel any different. I don't feel any better. I feel like this is probably I've been saying all day, I hate that I have to wait around till 9 o'clock. I don't. I mean, listen, I think one of two things probably happens tonight. When the backs are against the wall and we have kind of all given up on this team, seems to be when they respond, and you're going to get some weird Aaron Nola start that we don't expect. Or the outcome that I fear is like he gives up 4 runs in the first inning, and this thing goes very sideways very fast, and it's a 10-2 loss. Like, those are the 2 outcomes that I don't think they're going to lose this game in a 4-3, 3-2 fashion.
No.
I just think it's going to be one of those weird nights where, wow, they got to Yamamoto and they won the game, or it's over very, very quickly.
No, I feel like it's going to be they win on like a dumb thing that happens, like you said, like Harper tries to take an extra base and there's an overthrow and then 2 runs score and the Phillies come away with a weird one, or it's just a blow up in the first inning from Aaron Nola. We'll talk about him in a second, but I'm feeling kind of good. The team is going out west. Maybe getting away from us is what they need. Again, not saying that it's right or wrong the way we are, but this is who we are as fans. Not everyone is built for it, and perhaps being down 0-2, I think an Eagles loss in there. You know, my buddy on Sunday he texted in the group, and he goes, not that I'm rooting against the Eagles, obviously, in the Broncos game, but I am kind of interested to see how toxic the stadium could get, how toxic the bank could get if not only are we trailing 1-0 in the series, but coming off of an Eagles loss as well. Like, that just kind of ramps things up a little bit. Perhaps going out to LA, changing the routine a little bit, and hey, even wearing powder blue jerseys. Maybe this whole thing will give them a fresh start here because they have to win 3 in a row. They are on the brink of elimination. And with that, we turn to Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola, the former staff ace of this team, now was never guaranteed like really any playoff start, regardless of how long the run went. We questioned leading into the NLDS, is he even going to be on the roster? Like, what's the point of bringing all of these starters? Because, listen, they do in fact have a chance. We are saying there's a chance. But Aaron Nola gets the ball tonight in what is probably a piggyback with Ranger Suarez. Aaron Nola, in his postseason career, 10 starts, a 5-4 record with a 4.02 ERA, 58 strikeouts and 58 2/3 innings, 11 walks. He's given up 8 home runs. The interesting thing, 4 of his 10 starts, at least 6 innings with no earned runs. The others, he's giving up home runs, he's giving up hits, he's not getting through 5. It is a very, very odd split. Like, you look at the numbers and go, oh, it comes out to like average. It comes out to middle of the rotation, decent enough, whatever. And there's like none of those starts in his actual 10-game log of the postseason. It's either real good or real bad. And I think we're going to get not that Aaron Nola that, was what, second or third in Cy Young voting however long ago. I don't think we're getting that guy tonight. I think we will get a short dose of decent enough Aaron Nola. But it just comes down to the offense for me. They just simply have to hit. That's all it is. Again, I know it's a really good starting pitcher in Yamamoto, but they're not beating anyone if Trey, Kyle, and Bryce don't hit the ball. It's simply that simple. But we've talked about them ad nauseum. We should look at tonight's starter because it's a little bit of an odd choice, Tyler. Why is it Nola and not just like, hey, Ranger, you've been good this year.
Yeah.
Nola, you have a 6 ERA. We're going with the good pitcher.
Yeah, my concern is that Rangers a little more banged up than they're leading on. That comebacker in his final start, I wonder if it's not as healed up as they are kind of trying to tell us, and they're hoping that they can maybe mask that a little bit. The other reason behind that is if Ranger can't give you a full 5 or 6 innings, Aaron Nola has never pitched out of the bullpen. Ranger Suarez has. So I guess the thought is like, if you have to pick the lesser of 2 evils in this situation, which is like an Aaron Nola start or an Aaron Nola bullpen experience, they're going to go with at least the known quantity. And it may not be a great known quantity, but at least it's a known quantity. And I will say, to your point about those 4 starts where it's 6 innings and no earned runs, it's really hard to say this in a 162-game season over what Aaron Nola now has made 10 postseason appearances in, what's a 10-year career, basically. Yeah. It's almost 1-to-1 with those 4 starts where if Aaron Nola keeps the ball in the yard, he pitches fairly well. 6 2/3, no earned runs. 6 innings, no earned runs. 7 innings, no earned runs. 6 innings, no earned runs. You know what those 4 starts all have in common? He gave up no home runs. Now, of course,
there's only one start in the 10-game log where he gave up runs and didn't give up home runs. Like, it's like he gives up 2 home runs or he pitches real well.
Yeah, there was the start against Houston in the World Series, actually, when 4, he gave up 3, didn't give up a home run. But that was the only start where if he doesn't give up a home run, or if he does give up a home run, he doesn't pitch well.
Yeah, it's coming down to Nola, and it's got a little bit of I think we made the Major League 2 reference yesterday, but like, you know, Rick Vaughn, guy we depended on, and now he's just like, and season on the line, have to turn to him. For some reason, I have a little bit of confidence in Nola tonight. Not as if he's going to give you 8 shutout innings. Just like, I think he's going to keep you in it. And your point about Nola never having come out of the pen, the one thing that has really plagued him this year, and listen, he's got an ERA of 6. A lot of things have plagued him, but 15 first-inning runs in 17 regular season starts. It's an ERA just under 8. If it's like a 3-2 game in the 5th and you turn to Nola and he has his blow-up first inning, it's like, but it's in the 6th. Like, oh, okay, we lose now.
Yeah, and
you don't want to throw the game away. So I guess if you do have to do this because Rangers hurt, this is the order you go in. It's just, you're putting a lot on a guy who, yes, last time out, really good, 8 innings, only gave up the 1 run, 9 strikeouts, but that one game, that one really good game, lowered his ERA almost half a run. Like, that's how bad it's been. Having 8 strong innings lowered his ERA half a run.
Yeah, and to add on to it, your point about the first inning, which is certainly concerning, he has faced 17 first batters this year in his 17 starts. 5 hits, 7 base runners. The OBP is not good. Yeah. The average isn't good. And the bands, we talk about the pitching bands, 1 through 25, pitches 26 through 50, 51, et cetera, right? It's a 25 pitch band. The pitches 1 through 25 this year have been statistically his worst band of pitches. It's a 261 batting average. It's a 409 slug, a near 740 OBP. He's given up 3 home runs in that band, 23 hits, 10 runs. I think they're all spread out, those run totals, and they get worse as they go on because he has given up quite a few runs in the 4th through 6th innings, and that's kind of where you get into the 50, 70 pitch range. But the first inning for Aaron Nola this year has not been good, and you're going to go up against the Dodgers lineup that you're going to see a lefty right off the top of the bat and the best power hitter in baseball. And you're going to see Freddie. I would imagine they might flip Freddie Freeman and Teoscar Hernandez tonight. So Freeman probably hits 3rd and Hernandez hits 4th. So they'll go lefty, righty, lefty, righty.
Would make sense.
But the top of that lineup, there's no outs, right? And then you get to the next group. Muncy might hit 5th. It's another lefty. You got Edman down there. If he ends up playing 2nd, right? If Kike Hernandez is in the lineup, this is not an easy lineup to get through, and the top 4 are really problematic, and they're going to be for Nola, I fear.
This team is freaking good. Listen, we can be disappointed and mad, and the Phillies have not pulled their weight in this series, but the Dodgers, you just run through the lineup, and it's like, what do you do here? Alec Boehm is a fine enough player, but he's hitting 4th, and we're sitting here like, oh, yeah, it's either Freeman or Teoscar Hernandez. We'll see. Like, all right. Listen, we have more to talk about with this game. I want to get into the powder blue jerseys for just a minute and then some other fun stuff. But first, we got to take a break. I am positive every single person watching this right now remembers when BG strip-sacked the GOAT for the first Phillies Super Bowl ever. Well, now BG is making that moment come to life, and he's doing it with his Crooked T strip sack pack so we can all savor the flavor. What is the strip sack pack? Well, it's big, It's heavy and it's juicy. It's the kind of pack you want to show off. You already know Crooked Tea is 0 sugar and all flavor, and the strip sack pack is stuffed with 24 cans and collectible trading cards by Jordan Spector. Some cards are even signed by BG himself, and every case is packing heat. From the fridge to the tailgate, this is one sack you're gonna be proud to display. So grab yours today at a store near you or on GoPuff. And for our guy BG, we have to send a shout out to the Philly area bars carrying Crooked Tea. Thank you for showing the love from Sports and Social Allentown, Garage Fishtown, City Tap in Logan Square, Wicked Wolf on Chestnut. Check them out for game day or a night out and tell them that PHLY Sports sent you. Every pack of Crooked Tea comes with these awesome BG trading cards. Check them out and follow them at Drink Crooked Tea on Twitter.
Listen, if you're getting ready for the big game tonight, you got to wait around for a while. It's a 9 o'clock start. So if you're getting ready for that game, you know you have to have the best package available to watch the game with crystal clear optics and 4K sound. Of course, it's with our friends over at Xfinity. If you're the big fan in your life says, hey, come on over, watch the game, and it's lagging, it's buffering, you got to switch between apps, that's a no-go, especially in a do-or-die situation here for your hometown team. It's the ultimate sports destination with Xfinity. You get all the best games and your favorite teams all in one place, and the way that you watch becomes next level. It's the perfect fan flex for all of the action right there in your living room. Sometimes you can even watch 4 games at once, because why not? You got 4 games of playoff baseball today to get through, and the nightcap, of course, is going to be your hometown team. On top of that, you get real-time notification and live stats right there on your TV. It becomes the best seat in the house every single time. So next game day, make sure the big fan in your life isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that.
All right, welcome back. It's time to talk about powder blue jerseys. You know, I told you yesterday the story of the trip to Milwaukee in 2010 where a bunch of my friends and I went to see a Phillies-Brewers weekend series because they were going to wear the powder blues. Well, they've been wearing them on Throwback Thursdays for a few years now. It's very much a part of the jersey rotation. I freaking love these things. I just think they're gorgeous. I love that blue. I love the way it looks on TV. I love the way it stands out. And the Phils are breaking them out on the road. They will be wearing them on the road in the postseason for the first time since Game 2 of the 1983 World Series. And apparently, this has been in the works for a couple of weeks now. Rob Thomson said, we talked about it 10 days ago. Some of the players came to me because they like playing in them. So we had to go through a bunch of hoops with Major League Baseball just to get it cleared. And Kyle Schwarber added, it's not like it's a superstitious thing or anything like that. We just like the way they look, like the way they feel. They were picked out before the series, so we're happy that we're wearing them. Excited to change it up a little bit, get out of the grays, and have a different road uniform. This is something that ultimately doesn't matter, but maybe there's just a little bit extra swag or different feel, a change of the routine, something that can get this team off its ass. I know I'm grasping at straws. Tyler is very much an analyst, but like anything different has to be good right now because the routine simply isn't working.
I mean, listen, I think that, probably in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't do a whole lot. But if it makes, there is a little bit of belief to look good, feel good, play good type of thing, right? And if you feel good on the field, you might be a little bit looser. I'm not going to sit here and tell you this changes the impact of the game. But if your players come to you and say, hey, we'd really like to do this, and it's not within the scope of like changing the entire outlook of the game, or, I think about football, if they're not coming to you and saying, hey, let's change the playbook, right? They're coming and saying, hey, we really like the Kelly Greens, let's rock the Kelly Greens.
We want to wear black cleats instead of white cleats.
I think like there's no downside to this, and I do think it is a clean jersey. You're going to get 2 really clean looks because that Dodger blue with the white jersey is a really nice look for the Dodgers at home too. It's 2 really clean jerseys. It's 2, pretty well thought of franchises, at least in the terms of postseason history between these two, right? Between 77 and 08 and 09, and now the latest installment. I think it can't hurt, right? I think it's cool.
It is, and it brings us to on this date Game 4, 1983 NLCS. The Phillies beat the Dodgers 7-2. And if you just heard, they wore those jerseys. Now, they're wearing the old red and white pinstripes because this game is at home. But those blues used to be the jersey, and we're going back to 83 when we beat the Dodgers in the NLCS. This was the game the Phils clinched the National League. The Phils win 7-2 against the Dodgers in 83 to go on to the World Series. Steve Carlton goes 6 innings, struck out 7. He gives up only a run. And the NLCS MVP, Gary Matthews, hit a 3-run shot in the first inning. I'm expecting a little something like that tonight. Maybe a Schwarber to get us going, just to loosen everybody up and get this offense moving a little bit. The 4 games, the Gary Matthews line. Now it's a best of 5 and it only goes 4, so it's not the biggest. Sample size, but the Gary Matthews slash line in the 83 NLCS is absolutely insane. He hits 3 home runs. He bats .429 with a .500 on base. His slugging is over 1,000. He has a 1571 OPS in those 4 games. Gary Matthews absolutely freaking dominated, and that is very much the type of performance that the Phillies need to win these next 3 in a row. But on this date, October the 8th, 1983, the Phillies beat the Dodgers to go to the World Series. Perhaps they can repeat history a little bit and extend this series just one more day.
You saw yesterday, right? A big-time player stepped up in a big-time moment, and Aaron Judge delivered. It was, I mean, God, I don't know how he hit that ball as far as he did, but Aaron Judge stepped up. He's hitting .560-something in the playoffs this year. Stepped up in a big moment. The Yankees erased a pretty early deficit. They held on. They win the game. It's 2-1 still. Backs are still against the wall, but they live to fight another day. And I think that's really all the mantra is you're looking to live to fight another day. Today in LA.
That's it. It's living to fight another day, trying to extend this series. You can't win 3 games tonight. You can't tie the series tonight. But you can make sure you play again and give yourself a chance. That's all we can ask of this team at this point. They have been a disappointment, but like I said yesterday, I'm not ready to give up because that just means one more sport is over already. Okay. I do want to talk some birds on the other side. I want to get to the People Are Strange story because if you have $11,000 to spend on a cheeseburger, I hope it's a trap. We'll get to it in a second. But first, let's take that second commercial break. Whether your favorite team wins or not, there's always another way to win on the BetParx online casino app. They have exclusive games like Huff and More Puff and Fireblaze Sky Queen. It is my absolute favorite app for playing all of my favorite online casino games. I'm talking blackjack, I'm talking roulette, I'm talking craps, poker, baccarat, and hot online slots like Cash Eruption and 88 Fortune. They also have slots based on your favorite streaming shows like The Walking Dead, Squid Game, Breaking Bad, Peaky Blinders, and all of the casino classics. Plus, right now, new users get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. All you got to do to sign up is super easy. Just go to betparx.com, download the app right now, and enjoy all the action and excitement from the casino at your fingertips. Must be 21 or older and in PA, Jersey, Maryland, or Michigan for BetParx. You love to play. You play to win. You bet. BetParx. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right, listen, whether your home needs a little bit of TLC or you're thinking about remodeling or maybe you just want to take a nice little vacation, and you can use your home's equity to your advantage with TrueMark Financial HELOC Select because it just got even better. Rates have dropped, and it makes it even more affordable to put your home to work. You need a new kitchen or big repairs. Maybe you want to knock out some of that debt, especially student loan debt. I'm there. I know what that's like. With HELOC Select, you can access all of your cash all at once or just when you need it. It becomes totally flexible, just like a good game plan. So make it happen today by visiting one of TrueMark's 24 branches or head on over to TrueMark.com/PHLY and get in the game today. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender, NMLS 404938.
All right, let's talk a little bit of Eagles right now. This Saquon, Jalen, and AJ meeting, it seems like it's been blown up a little bit, but the players trying to downplay it like this wasn't going to be a big deal is kind of funny to me. Like, apparently the 3 stars of the offense met for a couple of hours the other day, and some people saw them chatting, and the players are trying to play it like, oh, we're all always talking and everything. there's clearly some sort of issue, and we all know what the issue is. A.J. Brown is not getting the ball. Like, it's very obvious. And it's fine that they're meeting and talking. I just kind of find it funny that, oh, yeah, it's not a big deal. Wish it didn't get out. Like, guys, one, everything always gets out about this team. It's very clear that's a big thing right now. But I am happy that they are able to kind of all sit down and make sure cooler heads prevail. It's like the thing we never had with the Donovan and T.O. situation. And listen, A.J. Brown is a diva receiver, as they all are, but he's not legitimately insane the way T.O. is. So I don't want to compare it in that fact, but the idea that they can all sit down and kind of work this thing out, because listen, entering week 6, the Eagles have the 30th ranked offense. They're 31st in the league in passing offense. It's about winning and not stats, sure, but you can't win a Super Bowl like this. And with the amount of talent in this offense, it's clearly something is wrong. It is very clear something is up, but it is nice to see that they can talk this out. My biggest concern for tomorrow on Thursday, though, has really nothing to do with passing or rushing offense, Hurts, AJ, anything we saw on defense this past week that might be cause for concern. It is simply the playing surface of MetLife. Now, I do believe having a Thursday night game, we talked, I think, Monday about how after that 2-2 start last year, having that week 5 bye was very beneficial. I think having a game against the Giants and then having the kind of mini bye that comes with having a Thursday night game could be beneficial to this team. But the MetLife playing surface just keeps ending players' seasons and shortening players' careers. With the shape that, like, Landon Dickerson is in, with Nakobe Dean potentially coming back, I don't want anybody who doesn't absolutely have to playing on this surface at all, Tyler.
Yeah, I get that. I think that it's, when we see that the FIFA has come out and said, like, hey, yeah, we'll play games here, but fix your business, right? Like, make sure that we are not having our big-time players end up being injured, right? We've seen it over with the NFL. We've seen it time and time again. This place is not a structurally sound playing surface. You saw it with the vet back in the day. It was a lot of the cookie-cutter stuff had those turf, and there was issues, right? Now it's kind of one of the outliers. Now, I'm not going to say injuries can't happen anywhere, but they have kind of allowed the perpetuation of injuries to happen because this playing surface is not a good, it's not good. Let's just put it that way. It's not good. And I do worry short rest, short week, banged up offensive line, running back who has not gotten going the way that we had hoped. I do worry about that all coming into playing a factor. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say don't play because you have to play, but I do worry about that, kind of coming into being a factor.
I just think, like, a guy like Landon Dickerson, especially, had the meniscus injury. He's been dealing with his back since, like, the playoffs last year. It just seems if we could get by, I know they've been a little short at guard. I know the O-line hasn't been what it was, but, like, man, it just feels like a recipe for disaster. Speaking of recipes, Tyler, today's People Are Strange story comes to us from Cabrera del Mar, Catalonia, in Spain, where the very exclusive Asador Alpa restaurant is featuring a burger that costs 11,000 American dollars. You can only get into this restaurant and eat this $11,000 burger by invitation, and no one is quite sure how to get this invitation. Apparently, based on this story I'm reading, this Asador Alpa, chefs at the Asador Alpa restaurant located in Cabrera del Mar, Catalonia, have been developing this burger through research and experimentation for 8 years, and its exact ingredients remain a secret. All anyone knows is the price tag is insane, but not linked to gimmicky and meaningless ingredients like edible gold, but to quality ingredients, a unique dining experience, and exclusivity. One, I bet you this is a double quarter pounder, and they are tricking everybody. Or Hopefully, yes, exactly. It's a trap. Because if you are willing to spend $11,000 on a cheeseburger, I hope you are somehow being tricked into showing up somewhere where you will then be, I don't know, put into a game like a like Survivor for the rich, where, okay, you've been kidnapped, you're on an island, try to escape now. Like, I hope that's what this is, because otherwise it's just an $11,000 burger, and that makes me upset.
So have you seen the movie The Menu?
I have not.
So the menu, the premise of the menu is like the super rich get invited to this island, and it's this gourmet beyond gourmet. It's like gastro to the to the nth degree, right?
Okay.
And the guy basically brings the super rich people in there together, and he's like, "You all have done nothing with your lives. Now you're gonna die," type of thing.
I just laid out the plot of the movie exactly.
Basically. But I'm not gonna give the ending away. But
Okay.
like, there's a part in it where one of the girls, like, she goes, "I just want a cheeseburger. Like, just give me a regular cheeseburger." And it's like I just think about that in reverse, where this cheeseburger is 11. What is in this thing, Bill?
Like, the picture of it looks pretty good, but it looks like a freaking burger. It looks like every burger I've ever seen. And listen, I would never denigrate the cheeseburger. Cheeseburger and French fries, my absolute favorite meal on this planet. If you have 11 grand to spend on a cheeseburger and you are willing to do so, you are being set up, or at least I hope that is the case.
You know, I always say, because there's always the like, not to get too philosophical, but there's always like hey, if you have that kind of money, you should donate it, right? Like, you should help the world, like, give back to the world. And I've always been a big believer in, like, I can't tell people what to do with their money. But I will say this.
I think I can.
If you've got $11,000 for a cheeseburger, just donate the frickin' money and go do something good with the world. You don't need an $11,000 cheeseburger.
There is just simply, again, love cheeseburgers. There's simply no way this thing is worth $1,000. There's no way it's worth $100, let alone $11,000. It's a freaking cheeseburger. You can get them for like $6. Not anymore. Even freaking McDonald's burgers are insane. But 11, that maybe, you know what? These are, in other countries, we're always told, like, they don't tip. They just pay maybe this is what happens when restaurants charge what food costs, because they have to pay their workers. Maybe that's the problem. All right.
K-Red says, does the burger come with $10,990?
It's really, it upsets me to no end that people are like, oh, I got to get on this list and I don't even know how. That's what just makes me hope it's a setup.
That's the even weirder part. It's like, what do I got to do? I don't know. It's like paying your taxes. The government goes, hey, you owe us money. And you go, how much? We go, there's a certain amount.
You figure it
out. Well, what happens if I don't? Well, you might go to jail.
We lock you up. Yeah, like, you know.
Good luck.
You know the answer. You have it in front of you. Yeah. All right. That is all the time we have for you on Philadelphia today. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for hanging out. If you haven't already, follow us right here on the YouTube page. Make sure you hit that like button. We did well yesterday. I want to keep this train a-rolling. The likes are what help with that. More likes equals I show up in the algorithm equals this show continues. So make sure you do your part, just like we do our part with the Phils. They just have to hit now. All right. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Philadelphia PHLY. I'm also on Blue Sky. And make sure you follow the podcast wherever you get those. Just search Philadelphia. That's it. I am Bill Matz. Thank you to Tyler Zulli. Till tomorrow, go Phils.
We all silly like the mayor.